this quotation for you today. You prepare well for your exam. Okay, do prepare well for good result. So today we will start a new lesson, that is editing a document, and we will cover today selecting text, copying and pasting the text, moving the text, find and replace, jumping to the page number, non-printing characters, checking spelling and grammar using thesaurus. Okay, so one by one we will cover. Let us see what is editing a document. What is the meaning of editing? Editing text means making corrections to it and manipulating it such manner that would lead to the desired result. This process may include inserting, deleting, copying, moving, finding and replacing a particular text in a document. Undo and redo. The undo command allows you to cancel the last action performed. Okay, that you know everybody, undo and redo. This is useful if you have made changes in the document by mistake and want to cancel the last change done. To perform undo action, click on the undo button on the quick access toolbar or press Ctrl plus Z. You can see here also this is your undo button where I am moving my mouse. Okay, and redo, opposite of undo. The redo command is highlighted when you have performed the undo operation in the document. This reverses the action which is performed by the undo command. To perform redo action, click on the redo button on the quick access toolbar or press Ctrl plus Y. Okay, so this will do. So now next, how to select text. Okay, to perform some editing action, any action you will do in the word, first we have to select. Okay, so you need to select the desired text or a block of text. The selected text appears in a highlighted bar. So how can you select a word, a sentence, a paragraph, large block of text, entire document, conjugative text, non-conjugative, vertical? Let us see. Okay, suppose this is a paragraph I have typed here. Okay, we want to suppose select a particular word. Okay, so for that you just what to do, double click on that word. Suppose this computers I want to select, double click on this word, that word will be selected. Okay, and you can do any operation. Suppose I want to change the color, it will be changed. Okay, then how to click a means select a sentence. Okay, so to select a sentence, what you will do, click the cursor. Okay, hold down the control key and then click in the last, you will find the sentence selected. Okay, so a paragraph, you triple click on this paragraph if you want, you can, if triple click you can do, then whole paragraph will be selected. Or what you can do, double click in the left margin of the paragraph. Here left margin, you can double click on the left margin of the paragraph or you can triple click here. Okay, to click the paragraph. Okay, so next, large block of text. Suppose a large block of text you have to select, then click at the beginning, press the shift key and click at the last, that block will be selected. For entire document, press Ctrl plus A keys together, so whole document will be selected. Okay, then conjugative text, suppose this is a word, 2-3 words you want to select, you keep the cursor at the beginning, press the shift key and click at the last, that one will be selected. Words with non-conjugative, suppose here one computer and another, here I will select non-conjugative, then select the first one, hold down the control key and select the another one, non-conjugative, not at one place, and if you want to change anything, I can make change. Okay, so these were non-conjugative text, you can text. And vertical block of text, same, you hold the alt key and click on the vertical text. Clear? So next, what we'll select, what we'll do, so we'll read about copying and pasting the text, moving the text, find and replace, jumping to the page number, non-printing characters, checking spelling and grammar. Okay, so now let us see how can we do this. Suppose I want this sentence to copy and paste it somewhere. Okay, so you select it first, So for copy, three methods or three ways you can do. Right click after selection, use the copy option from the context menu. Otherwise, you go to the clipboard group of home tab and select copy option from here, or you press Ctrl plus C keys together to copy the text. So anyway, I have copied. Then bring your cursor to the place where you want to paste. So paste also same thing. You can use the paste option from the clipboard group, or you can right click and select the paste option, or you can press Ctrl plus V keys together. Okay. So see here, copied means what? The text, whatever you have copied, text, object or whatever, that will be in its original place and in the copied place also. Okay. And what about the moving? Moving the text. Okay. Moving means it will be removed from the original place. Same, first select, okay. Right click and select cut option, or you can select cut option from the clipboard group or press Ctrl plus X keys together. Okay, cut. It will be removed from its original location, and this cut and copied text will place in a temporary location in computer known as your clipboard. Okay, so now it is present in the clipboard till I pasted it at some place. Okay, so here you bring the cursor and same thing, you can right click or you can select the paste option from here. Okay, so it is moved now from its original location to another location. Copied, it will be present in both the location, and in cut it will be moved from its original location. That is the difference between cut and copied. Okay. So now what is moving the text? Find and replace. Okay. So how can you we can do find and replace? You see here. Suppose you click here, find a button is there, replace button is there. You click here, you will find one box will come. You click on find. Okay. You write the word which you want to search. Okay. Here, suppose I want to search the word computer. You write it. Okay. Click on the find next button. You will find that word. If it is present in your document, it will be highlighted. Okay. Wherever it will be. Yes. You can see. So wherever the word it will be, it will highlight, means it will show you that the word you are searching, it is present there. Okay. But suppose it is present in, suppose some places in, okay, three different formats it is present. Okay, but if I'll go to replace and search the word find next, it will show me wherever it is present. It may be in capital, or it may be in small, or it may be in title case. Okay, but if I'll select the option match case, then it will find the exact word what I have written, means it will search for me where it is written in means capital. Okay, if it will not get, it will not show me. Wherever it is only at one place, so it is showing, and after that it is telling finish searching the document. So you can take these search options also. Okay, then other options are there. Find whole words only. Whole words means, suppose if you will write anywhere, means a word, just like you are searching the, it will search the, if you will not select anything and it will search, it will show you wherever it is present. Okay, but you will find that there also means the, if the word there will be also there, the first two three letter is THE, that also it will show you. Okay, but if you will select find whole words only, then it will show the whole word, only the word you are searching for. Okay, you can go for wildcards also. Wildcard, two wildcard characters are there, star and question mark. Star used for multiple characters, question mark used for single characters. Okay, just like you want to search a word which beginning anything will be there, and Suppose in the end last three characters will be and. Okay, find next. We could not find what we are looking for. Okay. No. There is no such word like this. Okay. So okay, use wildcards and next. It will show you wherever it will find this word, it will show you. Okay. Wherever it will, this way you can use your multiple characters. Okay. And if it is, suppose I want to search elephant. Okay. Suppose like this. Okay. Means first three characters can be anything. It will show you wherever it is. Okay. This way you can use these options, all these options. Sounds like what is, suppose two sentences are here. Okay. Let me close it and write first. And if I'll write, see both the there, their spelling is different, but they pronounce same. Okay, sounds like. So if you want to search that type of word, you write here, you go to find, okay, right there, okay, and find next. You will find this there also it is highlighted. Next one also it will be highlighted. So sounds are like you do. First one, second one also. Okay, so sounds like a word C. So this type of word it will be there in the document. It will search for you. So these options you can use while finding or searching a word in your document. Then go to replace. Okay, you can replace any word in your document with some other word. Okay, suppose here it is written, you see one word data is there, you can replace it with information. Just like here, wherever I want where data is there, replace it with information. Okay, replace all. Okay, you see the document, wherever data is written, you will find it becomes information. Here one replacement, here one replacement. Okay, so any word in the document, suppose you have written a big document and after that you realize that a one word you have to replace and that word is repeated many times, instead of going to each word and correcting it, you can take the help of this find and replace option. Okay, then go to okay, you see this document, how many pages are there? You can see from the status bar, that is 12 pages are there and you are working in the first page. Okay, suppose you want to jump to any page number. So if what you can do, you go to here, click on the go to. It is asking page. Suppose I'll give here page number 8. Then click on the go to button. See, I am in the page number 8 now. You can see from the status bar, page 8 of 12. That means you are at the page number 8. Suppose I want to go to page number 5. Page number 5. Go to page 5 of 12. Now suppose I want to go to page number 1 where my text is there. Go. Okay. So this way you can jump from any page in the document by using this go to. Clear? Then see spelling and grammatical errors. If you see blue or green wavy lines, you will find where grammatical errors it will show you. What is the grammatical error here? See, first letter must be capital. So how can you rectify? You right click and see it will show you the suggested one and you can take the suggested one. Here also see grammatical errors. Okay. And if you will write any spelling mistake, suppose I am writing a spelling. see, red wavy line is there. Okay, this red wavy line is for your spelling error. Okay, this spelling error you can rectify in two ways. I am telling you, right click, a context menu will appear, suggested spellings will be there, you can select. Otherwise, you can go to the review tab, go to spelling and grammar. Here also in the box it will show you correct, means suggested spellings. Whichever you want, you select and click on change. It will be changed. Okay, this is also another way. By from the proofing group of review tab, spelling and grammar, you can go for, or you can use F7 keys also, or you can right click and use the context menu. From suggested spellings will come, you can select anyone. Okay, this way you can clear rectify your spelling and grammar. You can make an error free document. Okay, then come to non printing characters. What are the non printing characters? See, non-printing characters are the characters that do not appear in a printed document. When you will print, that do not appear. These are basically used for formatting the document. That's why they are also known as formatting marks. Okay, means suppose in a document, if I'll ask you how many times I have used space, space is not coming, no? So, but if you'll click on this hide and show button, you will find these small dots are there, they are used for space, means there I have used space. Okay, and this is your paragraph mark in the beginning. Okay, and you can find this means this circle is there, this is for your space break. Okay, here this is your non-breaking space. Non-breaking space, how can you insert a non-breaking space in your document? Okay, suppose you know how to make blank space by pressing space bar key, enter key, you know, that tab key also, if you use tab key, then you will press the tab key. But how can you enter this non-breaking space? Okay, so suppose here in this place I want a non-breaking space. So you go to insert, then go to symbol, then go to more symbols here. Okay, here you go for special characters, and then you select from here non-breaking space, or you can press Ctrl plus Shift plus space bar key together. Okay, insert, close it. Suppose anywhere else I am inserting, but it is not visible because they are non-printing characters. How can you come to know that you have used this non-breaking space? Okay, go to the home tab and click here. You will find circles are there. Here you can see here, wherever you will use this non-breaking space, you will find it, small circles are there. Okay, and this arrow marks for your tab character. Another one is their line break. Okay, so suppose, let me stop it, you want to use a line break. Okay, so how to use line break? Shift plus enter key. So I have used here, but it is not visible because it is a non-printing character. Okay, but if you click on this show hide button, you will find these arrow marks. This is here, line breaks are used. Okay, so 5 characters means non-printing characters are there, which is not visible generally, but if you click in the show hide button, you can see it, but when you will print, it will not come. Okay, that's why it is non-printing characters are telling. So 5 non-printing characters, space, many more are there, but in your book it is given space, non-breaking space, tab character, line break, and paragraph mark. Okay, next one is your thesaurus. What is thesaurus? Thesaurus is a built-in dictionary that enables you to look up synonyms, antonyms, word substitutes, and alternate spellings. This feature increases your writing abilities and vocabulary and helps you to better understand the text. When you look up a word in the thesaurus, it will provide a list of alternatives word which you can use in place of an existing word. So let us see how the dictionary we can use and how it will show us synonyms, antonyms, or substitute words to increase our vocabulary. Okay, so let us come here. Okay, suppose there is a word here enjoy in this document. I want a substituted word. So you select that word first. Okay. Then go to your review tab, click on this thesaurus, proofing group, then thesaurus. You see here suggested words for enjoy. Okay. Suppose in place of enjoy you have selected some other word. You click here. Okay. Go to enjoy. Thesaurus. Any word means you want, then select, click on insert. That word will be substituted. Okay. And it will give you antonyms also if it antonymy lack. Okay. And any other word, suppose discipline, you want to select a want to search a word for discipline, you go to thesaurus, so many are there. Any word you want, okay, you select, click on insert. This way you can increase your vocabulary, alternatives will come, you can substitute your word, antonyms will also come. Okay, so this is the use of thesaurus, which will improve your vocabulary when you are creating a document. Okay, hope all of you understood. Any doubt you can ask in the doubt classes, no problem. And up to this chapter it will come in half yearly exam. And one thing I want to tell you, in half yearly exam or in your term 1 exam, part B, that is your subject skills. Okay, subject skills, more weightage is there, so more questions you will get from the subject skills. And from employability skill, less weightage is there and you will get less questions from that side. So you give more focus on these 5 chapters. That is your application of IT's industry, using data entry tools, using typing software, and introduction to word processor, editing a document. You give more focus, all the question answers sent to you, and this also editing document I'll send you also. You read all the question answer, fill in the blanks, whatever in exercise given, because objective type questions are also there and subjective also there, you prepare both. Okay, so any doubt you can ask, hope all of you understand. Have a nice day.